Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor and I help people navigate their spiritual awakening process. And today's video is going to be an energy update for this upcoming lunar eclipse and full moon coming tomorrow on Friday. So, I don't think I have to tell you guys, but there's a lot going on. A lot going on in your life, in your body, in the world, in your experience. There's a lot going on. A lot of things are coming up. A lot of old things are coming back. A lot of things are coming in. Just a lot is going on. And it's like, where do you begin? Where do you begin to keep up and sort it out? It seems like our awakening process has been turned up several notches and we are just sort of stuck in it. This is a very potent and multifaceted, heavily layered energy, pregnant with transformative potential. Okay? So right off the get-go, if you don't watch any more of this video, if you just tend to click off right away, I want you to know this: that no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're attracting into your life, no matter how wild and off-putting certain experiences are that are coming into your world, it's all for a higher purpose. There's always 10 times, if not more, of a greater positive repercussion of this experience that might initially seem a little bit off-putting and strange and peculiar, and you just don't like it and it's just kind of icky. Good things are coming out of that. So to organize my thoughts today, I'm going to break up this energy into 3 different themes because, as I mentioned, it is a fairly multifaceted energy. There's a lot of things going on simultaneously. So the first one I want to get into is you might find that you are experiencing your addictive, compulsive, any behavior that you can now see is bad for you. It's blocking you, it's preventing you from going forward, it's causing a lot of undesirable consequences in your life, and you're like more aware of it than ever, and yet you might temporarily feel stuck anyway and just continue to act them out anyway, as if on autopilot, as if the pull and momentum from those energies of impulse are just too strong. Even with the knowledge, it's too ingrained. That's an incredibly frustrating situation to be in, and I was just in it not too long ago. Recently I went up north with my family, and I had this idea. We want to eventually sort of like live in an RV primarily. We were up north, and the weather was beautiful, the scenery was gorgeous. On paper, I should have been having an amazing time. But because I inherited a similar relationship that my parents had with celebrating, with having a good time, with cutting loose, with having a weekend off of work, that kind of thing, I've learned to relate to that sort of situation with like junk food, drinking, partying. And I've always been so sensitive to all of that, especially sugar. And I had like 9 s'mores one night. And it was a gorgeous night. The moon was out there. You could see the stars. But I didn't experience any of it. I blocked myself from having this experience I knew I could have. The energy where I was in Traverse City, Michigan. It was beautiful. We were in the woods. We were camping in a state park. Again, the weather was just amazing. The energy was so pure compared to where I live, kind of in the city. But I didn't get to experience any of it because I was exhibiting these behaviors that I knew the consequences. And it was very frustrating. And not only that, you might notice that you're exhibiting these behaviors, addictions, compulsions, aware of what's going to happen, frustrated that you're going to do it because you know you don't like it, and the consequences themselves seem even more amplified than ever. And it's like, oh my God, why am I doing this? This is so stupid and so crazy. What is wrong with me? But listen, guys, here's the deal. That experience is just like the beginning stages of you fully transcending these issues for good. This is not going to be another one of those times where you just have a bad experience and say, okay, I'm done. That little like fleeting moment of clarity, okay, I'm done, I'm not going to do it. And you don't. People have success with that for a little while. You know, a month goes by and you're feeling much better and things are going good. I'm so glad I got rid of that thing. But then somehow it snuck back into your life and retaken hold of you more strongly than ever. And what happened was you didn't really do anything. You didn't really accomplish anything. You just pushed it away with your might and your strength. But eventually, it's too much. It comes back. going about it this way, even though it's quite miserable, challenging, it just seems so crazy, but doing it this way is going to be the experience you need to finally break free for good. And I believe on some level you hopefully can feel that and sense that going through these behaviors, you're experiencing them in a very new light. And though they appear on the surface to be the same old routine, I do this, I get this result, I don't like it, I feel guilty that I did it, it's different, okay? That's why it's so wild right now. So this might be coming up in your life in some way. So again, just know that it's for a good reason. It's because you're really ready to break free of this. And imagine the implications and the possibilities of breaking free, no longer held down by these stupid compulsions that were taught to you, that have been sabotaging you. Imagine who you could be without them, without having to worry about them always coming back. They'll be gone. Number 2, this is a very potent time of completion. There's an energy of completion in some sense of your life. And it's sort of like the completion almost implies that you're just done and things are gravy. It's not really like that, but it's going to be a completion of a lot of different self-analyzations, and you're going to come to like a crossroads where for perhaps the past 9 months, maybe even your whole life, has been, in a sense, from a certain perspective, a certain way, a certain bunch of patterns kind of conglomerated together, and now it's like you're turning the corner and you're moving in a brand new direction, leaving a lot of stuff behind. So in that sense, it's a completion. You're letting go of the old finally for good, and you're moving into the new finally, and it's like a brand new opening, a brand new life is being laid before you, and it's a life you're excited to go forth and do. Your purpose might be coming a little bit more clear. You might just have these internal insights and like just this internal passion, like an emergence of passion and excitement and enthusiasm to go in this direction. And as we go through this crazy energy and let go of all these addictions and all these different things that are blocking you from actually going there, you'll be able to bust into that new direction. But that's why we're going through this craziness right now, because all this stuff these patterns and habits and emotions, they're all in the way. They all gotta go. And that's why it's coming into your world so intensely right now, so you could see, like, wow, I can see where I want to be. Just like when I was up north, I could see this is what I want, man. We had planned to go up north. I had planned to shoot a bunch of awesome videos and write and take advantage of the awesome energy. But I couldn't, man. I blocked myself so much that I couldn't shoot a video. It took me a couple days to recover. I'm not even feeling my best right now, because of these stupid addictions. They're really that much in the way for me. But now it's like I have the sufficient motivation to not yield to those impulses, those little precursor impulses that facilitate and catalyze our behavior to exhibit in a certain way that we don't like, that stops us. Those impulses to do whatever, those are conditioned. Anyway, I'm getting off track. So you're in the process of letting all that go so you can, boom, blast forward in an amazing way. You're going to finally feel so excited to be alive, excited of where you're going. That is the potential. And you might not feel like that way in this moment. I believe for most of you, there's some semblance of that. But right now, you might find yourself more in the chaos and all the nuttiness. But just know that it's going to pass. This is kind of like a big, massive release so you can actually go do that. Number 3, in a more general sense, I mentioned like the addictions obviously several times, but you're going to be able to release a lot of emotional baggage, emotional patterns, and energetic just heaviness. You're going to release a lot of the density that has been kind of put into your aura, you could say, if you want to put it that way. You're going to actually be able to let go of that. And then therefore, after that point, experience yourself in a much lighter, more liberated sort of way, where going in this new direction, doing your thing, just living a life on a day-to-day, hour-to-hour sort of schedule that you just love, where you wake up and you're excited to be alive, you're happy with where your life is, and you're excited for the future, you're hopeful for the future. That's the end game. But again, in order for that to happen, you have to release a lot. There's like a lot more than we all expected. A lot of times we have a release where we like go through some challenges, we let it go, we feel light. We're like, oh yeah, I've done it. It's over. Good. Thank goodness. That was worth it. Now we're going through this at a depth and degree that I don't know if I've ever experienced in my entire life, honestly. I haven't felt this out of sorts in years. Maybe I have, but it's intense. It's a lot is just coming up, man. And again, the process, that I always say, the process of it all coming up is you being temporarily taken over by it, where you're like lost in your crazy, neurotic dysfunction, and you know it. You're like, God, I'm lost in my own dysfunction, and you don't see a way out. You almost forgot what it's like to be connected to your own energy, and you wonder where is this taking me, man? You don't like how it seems. It's so like just dark and dreary and scary. Your dreams might reflect this. Just situations are putting you in such an anxious state where you're just so hesitant and fearful, and it's just kind of like a culmination and a manifestation of many of your core issues all at once at the surface, temporarily taking you over and controlling your life. And you're just like, you don't like that. But here's the secret, here's the thing, guys, those have always been there, and that's always been going on. You're just now finally aware of it, and you can see. And that's why you're so appalled at all this conditioning that's just been influencing your life. But after that, being appalled is like you continue. It takes a certain level of expansion of consciousness to become aware of all that. But you're going to keep expanding out of it. And you're just going to let it go. It'll be easy. You don't have to force it. Allow the experience to be as it is right now. You might not feel like there's any chance or hope for you to transcend any of it because you feel more influenced by it than ever. But that goes away. You keep expanding. You keep going. And then the pull it has on you and the hold and the grasp weakens. And it becomes, And then your real energy starts to kind of come in and redominate your aura. And just shake it away. And then it's like, oh wow, that was easy. I see why all that happened. Oh wow. Now I get to go this way, finally. I'm ready to go. I can go. It's time. And there's nothing that's going to stop me. There's nothing that's going to stop you either. Stay strong, light worker. Stay tough. These are not easy times, but there's a big payoff to them. And I know you know that. So remember that. Peace.